Behold, the ancient Uncle Buster's Rub-a-Dub.
One rub awakens the hunger, but two, elemental chaos.
Is that coffee on meat?
It's called Rub-a-Dub, baby.
Hand-blended coffee-based seasoning made for meat, forged in Hodler fire. Upgrade your flavor game. Uncle Buster's Rub-a-Dub, the official rub of legends.
Element 1 got savage skill. 2-pack punch, rub it proud.
Yo, what the hell happened there? Buliminati Knights number 15. Right. Shout out, man. We got Nerdy X, lower level, Coin Miyamoto, Chaps,
What
Island
up?
Ghost, Queen Steph, and King Uga. What up?
Ooga booga forever.
Yeah, I was actually on Coffee Time, and it wouldn't let me switch over at the beginning, so I couldn't play anything. That was so weird. I was stuck, man. That's what happens when a Berserker doesn't show up.
Yeah.
And that's
Nobody
a write
to
up.
drive the bus.
Yeah, the bus driver isn't here. Welcome everybody to Buliminati Knights. This is another show. I am your special guest today, so you're going to be hearing about my projects. But first, we're going to talk more about what we got going on. We got some rub, we got some merch, we got some projects we're working on with Oogie Labs. Stay tuned. It's going to be fun. We have a link below. You can get some Rub-a-Dub, 2 for $20. Check that out. How's everyone doing?
Good, man. Crypto G says, where's his comment at? Coffee Time Nights. That's about right. Crypto G.
Yeah, welcome to Coffee Time Nights. Pretty much.
We're going to give away a rub, too. We'll do a giveaway before it's over on a rub. I gave one away yesterday to Silver Days, bruh. Hit me up, man. I hit you up on X. I didn't check before I came on here, Silver, but I need your address, bro, and I'll send that out to you.
Hey, what are
everything ordered? Went in the mail today, so it's on the way. But yeah, it's been pretty good, man. I've had like 15 orders.
Nice,
pretty good.
Nice. Shout out to Fourth Wall for making it easy for setting all that up. That was amazing.
Hey, so hi everybody, happy Monday. Let's go, Buliminati Knights.
Hi, Steph.
Happy birthday, belated birthday, Nerdy.
Let's go.
Celebrate
Happy birthday, Nerdy.
The cool things he's been doing and in the meme community. I have a question, Buster. What is the crowns in the chat meme?
That's something new with YouTube. It's top fans. So the people, actually, I saw it on Connector Show. I thought he did something special, but he's like, nah, man. So the people that comment the most, and then if super chats are hooked up, you'd get a lot of credit for doing a super chat. But here we just do the Cash App thing. But I think it's the people that are most active in the comments.
Yep.
It's sort of rated for like, and they call it top fans, which it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's tight. So the most interactive people that interact with the show, they get some recognition, which is tight. So
Like a roll. Gotcha.
So shout out to all the top fans.
And you can see that on YouTube. That's YouTube. That's a YouTube thing. Right now, Silver Days is number 1. Chance Days number 2. Shout out Silver.
I was number 3. That's why I was asking.
Oh, your
yesterday. Yes, Island Ghost is number 3.
Nice. Thank you, Island. We love you.
Absolutely. You know, so for everybody that doesn't know, we've been kind of want to talk a little bit about NFTs, and you know, we've been talking about memes and stuff like that, but in tokenized communities and things of those natures, NFTs are definitely a part of the tokenized community. And you know, we have Bluga, we have Uga, we have Rich Ducks, we have Elders. I mean, you know, they're now Nerdy's working on something. You know, you want to talk about what you're working on and why?
Not yet. Keep going.
You want to talk about a little bit about what that? Okay, so for us, about Koi Miyamoto, you want to help me out here with these NFTs? I told you I was going to struggle on this one.
I like when you do when you ask me questions and I go and I kind of like you know common questions that people might have.
Tell me, Koi Miyamoto, what do NFTs mean to you on the XRPL?
Well, NFTs overall, it's non-fungible tokens, meaning there's something that you assign the value based on your perception to it, and in a difference from like a coin to another coin, which share the same liquidity, you can exchange those tokens for the same value, right? In terms of an NFT, it's like a car. You can have the same car, same year, same brand, same model, but it does not share the same value. So it's non-fungible. So that's why where we're heading, we're just playing with the technology of NFTs the same way we in .com bubble, we play with pixels and website and all that shit, but it's a bigger, broader aspect. It's like your car title is going to be tokenized, your house is going to be tokenized, and they're not going to be tokens like the liquid tokens that you see on memes or altcoins. They're going to be NFTs. They're going to be non-fungible. So it's not pictures and JPEGs. That's the first step of adoption and for people to understand what the technology is.
Yeah, I think the pictures and all that stuff is basically like a cover photo to an album. When you used to go buy CDs or when you go buy music off Apple Music or Spotify, there's an album cover. That's basically what the NFT is. It's basically the album cover, but you're still buying a product, right? That has utility to it. Same concept.
You know, so like with us in the UGA community, you know, we've got different levels of NFTs that represent different things. We have our Secret Order of Noses. We have our council members. We have our brethren. We have our elders. You want to talk a little bit how that works for, you know, how it's working for us? Simple?
Yeah. So in that case, for example, NFTs give you like the opportunity. In this case, they're JPEGs, but they're more like access cards, right? And they give you the opportunity to, you know, assign different values and orders that you can. You have this NFT. This gives you access to a different room. The other NFT, because it's higher in value, due to the perception that it gives out based on the supply or how you had, what do you have to went through to get it, then it gives you access to a higher room. In that case, that's in case of the council and the SOG and stuff. But basically, like you can use anything NFT related as an access part, as an access pass.
So they're non-fungible tokens, meaning that there's only one. Like the council member for Stephanie is mine, right?
Yeah, it's non-fungible. There is no other thing that has the same exact value behind it, or you cannot. It's not exchange it. You cannot exchange it one for one.
There you go.
So basically, like part of the collection, but individual serial number per piece. So
Correct.
that makes it all of one.
It has
Correct.
its own metadata, its own code. So metadata is, for example, what card titles and all that stuff don't have because it doesn't have the technology. The technology was not there, but now we're able to tokenize those assets and then have metadata that it's individual for each asset that you want to tokenize.
I have a question that's unrelated and it's kind of spicy, just to spice up the conversation. What's going on with Drop?
What's going on? It's going down?
There's some drama regarding Drop. I'm just being nosy and trying to bring up some conversation because people like scandals.
I can tell you this: Drop is not an Ooga Lab sponsored project, so I can't talk about it because it's not part of our community.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly,
Is it?
bro, I don't know shit about.
I really
what's going
don't.
on with
Is it
that.
a rug?
It's better
or is
not
it-
to know,
is it
man. I'm
a
not
rug?
trying to jump in no meme wars, bro.
Me
We
neither.
just doing our thing on Buliminati Knights, man. I don't know nothing about Drop.
All right.
No, all right.
Look at nerdy poking all the bears out there.
Getting
How
back-
much? The coin, like
to
you explained the NFTs good though, because I can't explain it that good. But how much shit do you think is going to be an actual NFT, like through tokenization?
Everything, bro. Everything from
huh?
movie theater tickets, concerts, cars, houses, anything, bro. Anything, because that's the only way you can prove. You can actually prove in the blockchain proof of ownership. That's the only way we have to actually prove that that's yours. Like, bro, this is some dystopian shit. But like, imagine a future where you cannot even steal a phone because you go through a, let's say let's not go to a chip, but you need to have like some sort of handband or something that it says that everything you're wearing is actually yours and not stolen. Like NFTs will give the access to corporations and government to actually have that level of control. So it's a fucked up future, but it's a technology that like allows for a lot of things.
Well, let's break it down for something small. Like if I hold an NFT in my wallet of a Brethren NFT, I get rewarded in a token, Ooga, right? Because
Yeah.
I hold that.
Because you have the proof of ownership. So you can prove to the blockchain that you're the owner of an asset. So the blockchain can read that. And then if there's a script that says that, all right, the owners of this asset will be receiving X amount of this token or this other asset. So it's all proof of ownership.
Well,
You know what I will say? Sorry.
Go ahead, Chaps.
I was
Go ahead, Chaps.
just saying, and beyond, just token. I mean, you can start using, not start. It's already done, right? But NFTs for service, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's endless, right? And I just, from my perspective, NFTs like across the XRPL, so many different. You go from art to utility to, I mean, it's across the board, man, right?
I will say that I will speak for Ooga Labs because I'm technically part of Ooga Labs.
You're a council member, King. You can see.
Yeah. I would say that Ooga Labs and Buliminati are not like the other projects on the XRP ledger. We're unique in the fact of we actually do have a plan, and there's utility attached to everything, and there is an agenda. It's not just some blind list rug pull projects that we're just creating out of nowhere.
So the other thing too, though, Bertie, the word utility, man, I know we use it good, but like other folks out there start throwing that shit around for the NFTs and calling their NFTs utility, right? But Buliminati and Ooga Labs, I mean, it's true.
It's true utility.
Yeah, man. Like, it's just not only what is here, but what's to come. I mean, the conversations we just had prior to coming in here is off the chain, man.
Yeah.
It's just,
Next level shit.
It's real deal stuff. We're trying to
Agreed.
actually establish a brand that's going to last for generations. It's not just something that we're just creating just for the meantime. I have an actual app on my phone that we'll go over later on, but these are actual products that we're actually developing. It's not like this is some meme community that they're just trying to get.
And that was
some
one thing.
content.
That was one thing. I got to get up on vet stage today, and I forgot, honestly, that he was one of the judges that we presented to, and he was like, you know, you guys are building the grid, and he wanted me to talk more about it, but I'm not ready to yet. But they were seriously impressed by what we were building, and it was nice. This is like the founders of XRP Cafe and First
Yeah.
and all this stuff, shouting out what we're building because we got to give them just a tease.
Exactly. So we're an actual. So just to be clear, we're two separate companies. Okay, Ooga Lab is a separate thing. Nerdy X Lab is a separate thing. Buliminati is a separate thing. They're all separate things. How Nerdy X Labs fits into Buliminati and Ooga Labs is I'm developing the back end portion of set projects that we all have individually. The reason why we're doing that is because it's for ease of use and ease of interoperability. So we know that when you do interact with any of our products, that it is going to be a smooth interaction because we're using that basically the same backend.
And you know that's what we're doing. We're building on different blockchains.
Yeah, and that also on that too is that what makes us different from any other blockchain company or group that you're aware of today is I'm specialized in XRP Ledger, but I'm also specialized in Casper Network, and a lot of people don't know that. Steph is specialized in Cardano as well as
XRPL, Cardano, now Midnight and Midnight.
Yeah, so
you know, we've got different specialties.
We have different specialties from different chains.
Miyamoto.
Everyone underestimates Steph, but I will give her credit that she does actually know Charles and literally legit talks to Charles. So we do have more merit than when people think that we do. We are connected with the big digs, if you want to put it that way, but that is a real thing.
They're watching us, man, and we've got to prove it. We've got the tools to do it just in this room.
Ooga Labs, so you have Coin right here, and then you have Steph right there, and then you have Chaps in the corner. These three on this corner of the screen, they won at XRP Las Vegas. They actually won. So real products, real competition, real ownership, real winners.
And I was a hackathon finalist for Midnight to bring the ZKPs here. So there's, you know, they're watching us move. We're working on a pitch, and without Chaps,
exactly.
I'm telling you, Chaps and Koi Miyamoto have been a godsend to me for being a backend developer because it's hard, it's unorganized, it's boring. But when you bring somebody with the creativity of Coin and Chaps and the understanding of the AI tools to figure out what the fuck we're talking about, I'm very grateful, Coin Miyamoto. Don't ever forget that.
Okay.
You know,
go ahead, Coin.
Yeah. So yesterday I started like studying Midnight and, you know, reading everything that goes, and especially with NFTs, Midnight is super bullish because if we're talking about access and we're talking about IDs and proving who you are, then Midnight might be a collateral for the aspect that I was talking about control and privacy. So, you know, I'm the more I read about Midnight and what they're building and what the platform's going to provide, like the chain, it's going to be crazy, especially for NFTs.
Yeah. I think it's about time. You got nearly 100 people watching now, so we'll go into it. So Nerdy X Labs and what I'm building on Nerdy X Labs is that Nerdy X Labs is focused on 13 specific chains. I have set out and looked at many blockchains over the years. I've been part of the industry since 2017. I was a trader for a long time, and then I was a fanboy watching a bunch of influencers, and then I became a anti-influencer, sort of say, when I started realizing that a lot of people, the information that were putting out was bullshit, and I started doing my own research and was created this identity and this profile and this image of being the person that tries to be anti-FUD, but also bring real information and try to pin the pieces down to where exactly the future is going. And how I do that is I combine my geopolitical knowledge with my financial knowledge, and I try to piece together the pieces and try to create a broad, simplified story for people to understand. based upon that, I've gained a following. I have 4,100 followers now on X. If you're not following me, please follow me. Please share my profile. I'm trying to get to 5,000. Please help me out.
Drop the link in the chat so everybody knows where to follow you.
Yeah, I'll drop the link in the chat. The other thing is that I went from following people from what's going on to learning about the industry to actually realizing the opportunity that's within the industry, and then I created NerdX Labs. So NerdX Labs and RDX Labs is basically a future-proof solution that I'm trying to make interoperability for SMEs, so small, medium, and enterprise grade companies to onboard blockchain into their backend. I see there's a lot of gaps. When I was doing my research, I found out there was a lot of gaps in the industry that needed to be solved, and I decided to create a company and try to solve those problems. I'm mainly focused on Swift development, so anything to do with Apple, the Apple platform, the Apple ecosystem is what I'm mainly focused on. I do have web platforms. The reason why I only focus on Swift and web-based platforms is because Android is hard to develop on because there's so many different devices. So when I create a web solution for Android, it's kind of like a all-in-one because everything is basically Chromium based. So it makes it easier for me to create that. But based on Swift solutions that I have to develop for, I have to develop for iOS or iPadOS or watchOS. So it's more complex when it comes to designing specialized applications. So that's the reason why I went that way. And there's a larger fan base that actually has capital to purchase the product rather than the other side of the spectrum. So my main point is that I wanted to create solutions that was easy for any person to onboard into crypto. And how I came to the conclusion was I was helping my mom onboard into crypto, and it was very complicated to explain to her all the different steps that you have to take to acquire certain assets. I've realized that there was a gap there that I can create solutions to make that process a lot easier, which is how NerdX Labs was created in the first place. So the first application that I'm going to be coming out with is called XRPL OS. I do have a website that's ready. It's not really done yet. I'm still working on that part. I'm working on the app right now. But XRPL OS, XRPL operating system, is basically an iOS app that you're able to connect your Bluetooth wallet, so your Ledger, your Decent, or your OneKey. You're able to connect it to the application and have access to all the XRPL primitives. So instead of relying on Zum or creating a new address, you can use the hardware address that you have for your XRP Ledger and able to interact with the XRP Ledger itself. It's still a work in progress, but that's the whole point behind the app. It's going to be $5.89, and the reason for that is that when I was monitoring or when I was looking at other people's applications that were creating applications, there was this conversation that came up that was about subscription services or how the developer gets paid and this and that. So I decided that, the best route that I can take is, just charging for the app straight out and, giving people a flat rate fee, and that's it. So you purchase that for $5.89, and then you get a lower fee that you would get from any exchanges, and you're free to trade on the XRP Ledger, and that's it. I do have other solutions that I'm working on that's going to be integrating with AI agents and language models that I'm working on. Those are future products, but I plan to go back to school in November to learn for business and computer science, so I can get a better grasp, a better structured learning about how all this stuff works. I'm going to specialize in C++ and Swift, so Objective-C. And my whole goal of the company is to create low-code solutions for backends and middleware and help everyone else onboard into crypto faster. So Uga Labs and Buliminati and the castle and the whole lore behind the whole theme is that we are a castle and we all have our separate projects. Outside the castle, you have the jungle. Within the jungle, you have basically the rough world where you try to get enlightened. You get enlightened by walking past through the jungle, because the only way to the jungle is through the jungle. After you reach through the jungle, you reach the castle, and through the castle you can have after the end of realizing that the only option that you have is to create, and that's where the castle comes in, where you can have separate projects and we help each other out. So it's not like Nerdy X Lab is a separate thing. It turned out that I was, it was kind of like a divide thing where I met other people and we all have our own ideas that so happened that, working as a team, working together was a way better idea rather than doing something separate. So shout out to Staff, shout out to Coin, shout out to Buster, and shout out to Zerk.
Just so you guys know,
yeah,
this has taken years of friendship and spending 24 hours with each other and, coming together and learning each other. And we don't always get along.
Oh, yeah. Me and Steph hated each other when we first met. When I first met Coin and in the whole Ooga project, the Ooga Labs project, I hated it. I despised it fully. But here we are now, and now we're all working together, and that's literally the point. Is that it's life.
We're all so passionate about what we do.
Yeah.
The power of mathematics, bro. It will show you that, oh wait, that person actually thinks like me. It doesn't matter if you know them. Exactly. It's like we share values because I know how do you think about something because of the memes you're putting out. So let me actually give the opportunity to meet him, and that's how we actually connected.
Exactly. And now Buliminati and Ooga Labs are literally just like one unit technically.
There's literally been bread broken between all of us. So
yeah,
that's what makes the connection so tight.
Exactly. And then like Lower has its own project called the Blue Guys. So we dropped a link earlier.
Blue Guy is a combination of all of us, really.
Yeah, it's a combination of everything. It's Buliminati and then Lower's project and then the castle and the lore and the jungle and everything together. But that's the whole point of it, is that not only are we creating products, actual useful products that you can use and onboard for backend solutions, but also it's like Ooga's working on the meme side, right? So Ooga Labs is more focused on the public end. I'm more focused. Nerdy X Labs is focused on the back end. Buster and Zerker and Buliminati is more focused on like bringing projects together and bringing people together. Like we have XRP Bags, we have Lady E, we have Beluga, we have Ooga Labs. Like we have all these people that are under the castle. Reason being for that is that it's really hard to get a project off yourself, but when you have a team and a family and a crew to help you, back you up, and have your project released that way, it's a lot smoother. So how it works is that if you hold a Ooga, or if you hold a Beluga, or you hold a I don't know, we don't have Buliminati Knights NFT yet. We might figure something out yet. But if you hold one of those, you do get rewards. So you either get a blue token, or you get Ooga token, or you get, you get rewards like that. And the reason why it's like that is because we even partnered with Blue Umbrella. So shout out to
Optimistic
Prime. Shout out to Opti. So we have, you can.
It's strengthening the vines.
It strengthens the vine. It strengthens people's other projects, and we're real people, so you get to meet us in person. Is the reason why we go to events, and we do participate, and we try to participate in all the developer events as much as we can. But and
there's a reason for buying these NFTs.
Yeah.
If you buy an Ooga, it's like your help supporting individuals that you guys know and see and are trying by when you buy the Beluga NFT, that facilitates getting all of us to in real life events, so that we can present in front of XRPL Vegas. And then by doing that, we're gifting you something in return to be part of our community, because when we do succeed, shit's gonna send people.
Yeah, and the end goal is, people might wonder what the end goal is. What the end goal is to either partner with Uphold, partner with Ripple, partner with whoever the hell we can, even if we can do something with Adidas or some major companies, turn our NFTs into ETFs and get them listed on the stock market. We're trying to do some big things here, and hopefully it works out, which I believe it will, because we got a good team
without running a pump and dump token that's going to just
yeah.
You're getting invested in something that's going to move slowly and grow together as a community, not just green candles, red candles, and stuff like that. This is a little bit more than that, and that's where the NFTs and everything comes into. But Nerdy, all of that shit sounds so freaking bullish, man. I'm so glad that we've gotten to really actually start talking to each other. I think we probably used to argue because we were arguing about the same things.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like one thing about me that you have to learn is I hate the degenerate side of crypto. I hate that people get taken advantage of. I think that's really fucked up because there's like people that are in the market that are just trying to make some quick money, but because they need it rather than trying to take advantage of people.
And that's the part about the memetics of everything and the meme coins and whatnot.
Yeah,
we're a real meme project. We're doxed and we're like that, but we definitely believe in the memetics. Coin. If it wasn't for the memetics, that's what brought us.
Yeah. We're so well known to the point that we got Zach. Give him some recognition. Run it.
Hey, let's run this, man. This is well, let's just watch it. You'll figure it out. You guys ready?
Run it.
I've heard a guy say XRP to 30 million per coin. Is he mentally ill? That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it. XRP to 30 million. You heard it here.
I saw that earlier today. I laughed really hard when I saw
shout
that
out. That's Chosen Ones, I believe, on YouTube. Or he has a couple different names, but Chosen Ones put these videos together. But I saw that, man. I'm like, oh,
I've heard a guy say
the Chosen One, bro.
Hey, mentally ill. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it. XRP to 30 million. You heard it here.
Hey, dude, he endorsed that shit.
If you guys want to know who he's talking about, it's me. I said that.
Right, man. He's like reading his comments, right? But
that's a meme. Yeah. That's a nerd. That's a meme right fucking there. That is a meme.
That's a meme right there. Yep.
That's a meme, dude. It is.
Nerd is the meme.
But a lot of people hate. I like the way he fucking endorsed that, bro.
He endorsed
it. On it.
Zach knows.
Yeah, he's all, let's fucking go. He knows what time it is. Shout out to the Zebekian Savage. $20 super cash app. Appreciate you.
Thank
you asked
brother.
earlier, where's Zerk? He's being Mr. Mechanic right now, man.
Yeah.
He's getting some shit done.
So
but he still gets a write-up, man. There's no excuses here on Buliminati Knights.
So most of the audience kind of knows Nerdy and Buster and but Chaps, he's got a huge IT background, and Chaps, you want to talk a little bit about what you've been doing?
I see them lurking, Steph. They see me. I know you guys see me. I know you guys don't follow me. Just go through my profile. You scroll through it. Oh, what does he say? Don't want to like my stuff. You bookmark this one, bookmark that one. Just follow me, bro. I know you see my shit. I know you come to my page.
I do.
Follow.
I tag it.
Run it. What you got? What you working on, Chaps?
Oh, geez, Steph put me on the spot. I'm not working on anything specific at the moment, but no, I put a chat in the thing in the chat earlier. One of the things with Google Labs is that, combined between, the core team members, 50, 60 years of back end, front end development across all different platforms, apps, etc. Me, I've had, I've got 25 years, 25 years in the IT industry, all across the board on that. All my schooling was, got masters in IT, and so yeah, a lot of my background, right? So I guess I don't know. People behind Ooga Labs aren't just a bunch of tards or something like that were fucking
But you know what?
Just fucking around. We got some project managers, program. Some I've worked at Fortune 5s, right? We got real people doing real things in the background, man. It's.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what we really have that no one else has? King Ooga. We have the storyteller, we have the vision, we have an AI agent that can come out and talk about the things that are not boring, and like people don't want to hear us, but man, they'll come out in droves to hear King Ooga. So, appreciate his vision underneath, of all of us. He's a collaboration of all of us. Coin, what's your thought?
Hey, we still don't have the agent, but we're trying to work on it, and probably will be released soon. But yeah, we should have like an agent of Uga running around if Uga lets us.
Let's go.
You know, and it's okay. Maybe not an agent, but we got the anime. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Like you guys do the AI of Uga.
Yeah, the AI content creation.
That's the word I was looking for. But you know, we're just doing fun things, and how else can we do it without Uga? I mean, you know, who presents anything better? Coin, what about you? What's your history?
Oh, bro. I've been around.
Round and round.
I've been here, I've been there. You know.
I'm in a few places.
Yeah. No, but like story, like crypto backstory, because I used to be an athlete, and I mean, damn, we gotta go back to when I was like 13, when I was playing RuneScape and fucking like trading shit for Bitcoin. I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even hold it. I had a friend that he was doing everything for me. I was just playing the game, but that's when I first heard about it, right? And then, you know, I was telling my mom, but nobody listens on that. And then 2020 was when the pandemic started. I literally saw like the NFT culture, and then I saw how that was like all the streamers that I was watching when we were on lockdown, they were like starting to talk about NFTs, like the video game streamers, and I got into the culture of NFTs. And like after that, I was there for like a year. I worked for projects as like, or either artist or moderator on Discord, like, and I kind of learned how the culture was moving and how what was the process inside, and that's how I got into XRP as well. And I actually got fully into XRP when Russia hit Ukraine, and that was when the market crashed and Ethereum died. So basically everything kind of went down, and that's when I started digging deeper on like the lore of XRP, the info about like the economic system and all of that. And then I was on Solana meme coins, kind of like watching from the sidelines. I wasn't a participant, like I didn't have like the liquidity to participate in that market, and I kind of didn't like Solana because I had everything on XRP, but I watched from the sidelines, and that's when I started learning about memes, and I mean memes as a currency, not memes as memetics. And instead of going to Solana, I started building on XRP, and been around.
Nice.
Weren't you doing NFT on Ethereum?
Oh yeah, but I did a lot of free mints, just like art. I did probably like 11 collections that it was just like a free mint art. If you like it, you can buy it, but gave me the opportunity to learn about website building, like Discord moderating, like on my own. It's not the same being a moderator of or running a Discord, and but it was merely art and free mints and stuff. But yeah.
Were the free mints to get you token gated into the Discord? Is that why you were doing it?
It's an NFT, so yeah, it gets you token gated, but
that
free stuff on chain is not. It brings the wrong type of people into the projects, and it becomes a mess. When you give something for free, people usually ask you for even more than people who bought it, right? And it was getting a lot of my mental real estate, so I kind of put that away and started doing my research on XRP.
But you know what, like just minting something and starting something and linking it to the Discord is experience. A lot of people don't even know how to do that part, and the only way to do that part is by minting. So it might attract the wrong crowd that you don't want to attract, but it is learning experience that a lot of people don't have.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
We were talking about that before the show. How many times we've got to fail before we get to the prize? It's part of
definitely.
It's part of the process.
Well, and a little bit about the AI part and website building. While I was like buying XRP, I got really into like ecom, and that's what really pushed me forward into learning, creating my capital and stuff, like to buy the crypto. But it was ecom. It was the highest form of experience and learning that I've had in terms of like building, because that's the same way crypto is the Wild West. Well, there it has pros and cons, because Wild West you can do basically like you don't need permissions, you don't need LLCs. You can
Yeah.
just go through it. You make your business, and then you start working with those things. But then on ecom, it's the opposite, and the competition on ecom, it's stupidly massive. Like, you don't have the pressure of a community. You don't have the pressure of a community, but you also don't have the support of a community. On ecom, it's like you're on your own, and that's it. Nobody is talking shit, but at the same time, nobody is supporting you. Everybody is on its own lane, and the competition is massive.
Yeah.
Competition is massive.
Crypto is a layer of learning curve that a lot of people on the ecom side don't wanna go through, and that's why there's more people on ecom competing with great tools and stuff, but they don't want to go through the pain of crypto.
Yeah, and talking about ecom and crypto, since we're on the subject, shout out to Bags.
Shout out Bags.
Bags and Lady E.
I have a NFT collection that's coming out. I've been working on it. It should be out soon, within the next couple of days. I'm trying to get it out as soon as possible because shout out to Steph and Coin. We're trying to do a space and release it then, but I was enjoying my birthday and I was being a fatty.
Okay.
And I went to a food coma, so it just didn't work on it.
And then
but yeah, so I'm working on that. And when it comes to what we're talking about, is the NFT serves as a membership rather than it serves as a NFT collection. And the reason for that is that the NFT itself has a metadata embedded into it that when you use my platform, depending on the rarity of the NFT that you have, you'll get charged different fee amounts. The reason for that is that I want to give utility to the NFT. So the highest fee amount, which is a standard amount, which is 2%, the lowest is 0.05%. So that's the lowest. So that's like the legendary rarity. If you do get one, I think there's only 2. There's only be 100 of those, and that's for all platforms. So any platform that I develop from here on out, for the longevity of my company that NerdX Labs develop, you will get discounts for whatever the hell I develop. So this is the most important collection. There will be 4 more collections. Those collections will have way more NFTs than this collection has. It's the reason why this collection is going to be the most expensive compared to the rest. Reason being is that this serves the reason why this NFT has the most perks tied to it is because the capital earned from the collection goes directly back into the company to create the company and to create more products. So it's kind of like a me saying thank you and showing you love by providing you the cheapest and best possible products as I can, but also you thanking me for providing you something cool. So I appreciate you guys. That's the way it works. Should come out soon.
I'm reading the chat. Some of these people don't even know how to get an NFT. I didn't know how to do it. I would have said about Uphold. But for most of the NFTs that we are talking about right now are all on the XRP ledger. You would need a Zaman wallet or an XRPL wallet. And if you guys want to learn how to do it, that's the best. I mean, give the Zaman wallet. Go ahead and maybe walk them through this. Maybe cafe. Show them how to.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Zaman for now. You'll be able to send the NFT to whatever hardware wallet you have later on down the road, and you can incorporate that with the app that I have. But for now, yeah, it's just gonna be a Zaman mint, and I'm gonna use XRP Cafe just for simplicity.
Awesome.
I'm bullish.
I'm bullish on nerdy. I'm bullish on nerdy NFTs, man. I'm bullish on Buliminati NFTs. I'm bullish on tokenizing all of us. We're gonna all be a token.
Yeah, we'll work on some NFTs after Nerdy goes through his, let him get his.
That's an example.
Oh,
sorry. That's an example of Trumpy Bear that I created. Give an example what it's gonna look like, but yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And that's the whole thing. Like Bagman's got his rich ducks. Oogas have their oogas. We have the Blugas, and we want the nerdies and the Buliminatis. I have an Island Ghost Midnight Pass collection. And it all they're basically helping us fulfill our dreams, and then in turn we can
Mhm.
reward you back. as we
Yeah.
grow.
These bears, the 100 NFT collections, the ones that you get, you will get a physical product with it. So that's gonna come down later down the road. But I am gonna actually make 100 bears, like physical, actual bear dolls, that I'll be sending to you guys.
Can I
You
get
gonna make me a
hell
teddy
yeah.
bear? Oh,
Yeah.
for God's sakes! I get to go to bed at night with a nerdy teddy bear.
Fucking stuff. Hit the link. Hit what? Run this, Buster. What is this?
We're about to do a giveaway. Gonna give away a bottle of Rub-a-Dub. I'll send it to you. If you're okay with giving up your address. If you're not, don't type hashtag Rub-a-Dub.
Yeah.
But if you're cool with it,
Well,
hashtag Rub-a-Dub, put it in the chat. We're gonna give a
Big A in the middle.
spin.
yeah, it's an actual rub. So I have it in my hand right here. It's actual rub. This is a real product that you will get it, and you can. It's barbecue rub. You can put it on your product. You can literally put on anything, and it tastes
That's
good
good on everything.
on everything. So
Yeah. Buster has that on lock, bro.
yeah.
That
So
recipe's already patented. Don't think about it.
yeah, don't think about it. This is what we're talking about Buliminati and like everyone having their own business. This is Uncle Buster's product. You know, King Knight, one of the main knights of the whole castle. This is the product from him. So support the Blue Castle, support Uncle Buster. Hit hashtag Rub-a-Dub. They only go for 2 for $20, so you're getting a really good deal. Hashtag Rub-a-Dub in the comments right now. Get yourself a free trial, and if you like it, you can pass the word around.
Rub-a-dub, or you.
Let me get that in the link. Let me get the
Let's
link in the
go.
chat here.
Freedom Phoenix in the house.
And shout out to everyone that's supported the Rub-a-Dub. Hopefully you like it, which you will. But
That's part of
get
the
Rub-a-Dub in the chat. How many we got? We got 16. That was pretty quick. We'll see if we can hit 30.
Yep. 14 more people. Let's get 14
Yeah, that was
more
the first
people.
thing, man. Like get some passions in there, because I mean everyone's talented, bro. Like Bags and Coin are just, you know, and there's nerdy and just talented people. So you know, that was one of my first passion, man, because I was doing barbecue competitions, all kinds of shit, and I was, you know, mixing rubs together, and I'm like, man, let me get in and fucking, and I honed it in, man, to where I ended up getting a complete recipe. So which ain't easy to do with seasoning, man. But yeah, then we'll get in NFTs and figure out the rewards thing.
You know,
either
Buster,
rewards token or just like, because I don't expect anything. Like I've already invested like into Buliminati, like my own XRPs and shit. I just want Buliminati to like sustain itself. But I've never sold anything, and we've went from 5 cents to like 11, 12 bucks.
Nice.
But Nerdy, you said earlier, the highest market cap I think was 60 something thousand. But you said like I don't see a cap, man. I don't even want to think of like an end, because I've been invested in crypto a long time, and I'll drag Buliminati with me if I have to. You know what I'm saying? Like it's endless. Like I don't want to think like, oh, I just want to go here. Like, no, man. Like, let's just stay active.
Exactly.
Keep shit happening, and there won't be an end.
Absolutely.
Hashtag Rub-a-Dub.
Yeah. There's gonna be more physical products that we do plan to release, and per maybe venues. But there's a lot of things that we're doing with Buliminati and Ooga Labs and NerdyX Lab. The reason why that is because when you've gone down the rabbit hole so much, you realize that the only solution is to create things. And that doesn't mean just like, you know, just create, you know, 1 or 2 products, but it actually means create an actual ecosystem that we can help people out with.
You know, one of the things in the midnight token distribution thing that they they really emphasized that they are trying to get the airdrop into communities, and that they are realizing
Yeah.
that the communities are what make the difference. Not just throwing out the tokens, not just throwing them up in the air, but the communities are who are what this is all built on. And that's what we are doing. We're building our communities and then bringing our strengths to the table. And
Exactly.
And
Exactly. Steph.
that's where it comes down to. But that's what to me meme coins are, is tokenized communities.
That's a cyclical thing, because right now we're entering a moment in time in the internet where you're not gonna know who's real, who's AI. Like agents are, I'm pretty sure half of Instagram, or even more than half, it's just a lot of bots, actual bots. And if it's not a bot, then it's someone who's been doom scrolling with their dopamine receptors depleted, and they're basically reacting like a bot will react. So what will actually have value will be a real human connection, and that's something that a lot of people don't see now. That are like, we have a bigger, easier perspective, and like we can see it better because we're actually part of communities. But that's going to be very valuable, and that's one of the reasons that like they want to do this airdrop to tokenized communities, because they know what's coming, and they know internet's basically going to be fake, and then you're going to need access to communities, and that access will be very, pricey, difficult, because people are building communities from scratch and putting a lot of effort, and it's not like, oh yeah, anybody can join the community, not because it's elitist, but because it's a lot of hard work.
It's a lot of hard work. That's the hardest part, is being part of the communities and keeping the communities together, because we're all doing different things. But when it all comes down to it, your community is everything.
Yep. We're supposed to live in communities and tribes. Like that's the point. You're actually not supposed to meet like more than, I don't know, like 200 people in your lifetime, and the internet has provided us with that. So we're basically having like a lot of stories and drama and like information that we're not supposed to be processing, right? Our brain and soul is not made for processing all of that information.
I will say this, is that a lot of projects that come out, they come out really quickly because it's easy to make. It's easy to just generate some AI image and to just say, hey, this is my NFT, or to create some rug and dump coin and to say this is my coin without knowing any kind of anything. The thing about Ooga Labs, the thing about Nerdy X Labs, the thing about Buliminati is that the products that we provide are actual legit products. So what Coin is talking about right now, about how we're moving into an era where we're gonna have so many AI people, that's where Signal comes in. That's where you have the vibe of the jungle and all that stuff comes in. So it's like we see where the world is going, and we understand the world is going towards a certain direction, but instead of just whining and bitching about it, we're actually trying to create solutions rather than
It's funny you said that,
saying it's the end world.
Because Discord, when you join the Discord, you sign the roles, it says bring solutions, not problems.
Yeah, exactly. Because there can be so many complainers, but
people there's people that do not want solutions. They want to fucking cry like a bunch of bitches, bro, and
all the time, bro.
Moan, complain, and I can't take that, man, because it's
so annoying.
Solutions proceed you forward, dude. Like, exactly, there's no point in sitting there bitching and moaning. But you guys ready to run this?
Real quick, one more thing. I want to give Coins a shout out and give Coins some love, because what Coins saw society eventual outcome of interaction and in creating something that's like a like a block or a bridge in between that transition is fucking genius. So shout out to Coin for thinking of that shit.
Thank you, bro.
Oh god.
Even earlier on the NFT thing, it's gonna get crazy when corporates are you're gonna walk into fucking Walmart, there's gonna be an NFT express line, no more than 2 people, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be dumb shit, like it's just gonna be endless.
Well, the way that I see it like everything automated and everything kiosk, and you're gonna have one sign that says Uga Labs, and you're gonna have an actual physical person there willing to help you and scan your items and check you out. But it's only for people.
It'll be an AI generated.
It's only for people who are part of the castle.
Thanks for having us, Buster.
We got
yeah,
man. Dude, this went hella quick. 55 minutes. 174 watching.
And one of the things that I really love about all these projects that are, under the jungle umbrella, basically, is they all have reward systems. So it's you get rewarded to hold these things. And in Buliminati, if you're holding Buliminati, you can go to the faucet. I mean, there's rewards for all of these projects. It's not just buying stuff and holding them, hoping that they appreciate it.
Exactly.
You get rewarded to actually participate. I think that's one of the coolest parts about all of this.
It's super interactive. Yeah.
And the learning curve that we learned with how to put them in the pools and get a bigger reward with the gnosis. That was huge education that we got rewarded to do.
Definitely.
And still get rewarded.
XR Pisces, you got a wrench coming, brother. That's long overdue for you. I didn't realize you didn't have one. You're wrenched up. Hashtag rub-a-dub. Go ahead, Nerdy.
Before you run this and before we end the show, because it's about that time, I will say this. It has nothing to do with anything, but for Cash Patel and Dan Bargino, because Zerk is not here, so I'll bring it up. You can't say that there was no tape and there was nothing happened, and then say that there was a tape and there is evidence, and then for everyone to wonder why Maxwell is in jail in the first place. So none of that shit makes sense. The binder dance was retarded. It was all a show, and everyone got away with it. Okay, run it.
Oh my gosh, that's true.
It also shows you how powerful the power is.
Fuck yeah, bro.
There is no
Real.
I
was like, whoa.
That's where what's his face? The brothers. What's the kickboxer brother name?
The fucking twins? The Hawk twins?
Not Jake.
Who are you talking about?
The dude that used to be Tate, yeah, because there's a short where they were like, if you knew who ran the world, in Tate, all he does is run his mouth, bro. But he was like, if you knew who ran the world, could you tell us? And he just sat back and didn't say a word. I'm like, dude, he got his mouth plugged, bro. Like,
bro, that's why Zerker pointed out when Cash Patel, the way he looked hella scared after he was rolled in.
And that's like a gatekeeper. I mean, he's made a living by telling people a little more than they know. But they're all just gatekeeping you, dude.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
He went from I'm gonna nail these bastards, we're gonna drain the swamp, to I don't see nothing wrong. There's no fucking tape. What are you talking about, Willis? Like, yeah, fucking, it's wild. All right. Yeah, run it.
We got 26 entries. Hashtag rub-a-dub.
4 more. Come on, you motherfuckers. 4 more fucking people. Just tap in. Hashtag rub-a-dub. Don't be a pansy.
Let's see if we get one more entry, man.
One more entry, at least one more.
I think everybody's in, though, bro.
Wait a minute, chaps. I didn't see you guys enter.
Come on, bro. Okay, whatever. Too late. 3, 2, 1.
Late.
Run it.
Let's run it. Hit me up on X. Drop your Addy.
Oh.
And I'll send you a bottle.
Chat. Let's go.
Right on.
Let's go.
Let's go. You're gonna like it, Caps.
I brought some with me to get to Vegas, and I didn't get it to him. So
I know the elusive rub. Can't wait, man. I just smoked up some roots today, man.
Coin, Coin, did you get to try it yet? I sent you some.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't use it. It was my mother-in-law who cooked with it, and it was great. So yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah, man.
Chaps, you're about to fall in love with some new rub.
Your mother-in-law, did she realize she has to rub it? It's literally you put it up there, rub it.
Yep. I do fruity pebbles and really good sandwiches, but
you do pretty
nice.
I'm not so good at it.
Fruity Pebbles, do you put the milk first or the cereal first?
Cereal first.
There you go. A fucking man of
Dude,
culture.
man. Dude, the Pebbles, you got to put the milk in and attack before that shit gets soggy.
You gotta attack.
Exactly.
I like it. I like it.
Cereal try, drink the milk.
Yeah, don't put your milk first and watch everything float on top and try to sink everything, get everything all soggy first. That makes no fucking sense.
You like it soggy?
No, ew. You gotta, what Buster just said, you gotta pour the cereal, pour the milk on, and eat it as fast as possible before it gets soggy.
I think Gold said he liked it soggy.
If you don't like the soggy stuff, you got to fuck with Cocoa Puffs. That'll make your mouth raw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and Captain Crunch will make your mouth raw.
Yeah. Captain
Crunch is
will
like
jack your
eating
mouth
sandpaper,
Captain
bro.
Crunch will
The
fuck you
top of
up.
your fucking mouth will be totally raw, man. You can't make it.
Congratulations, chaps.
Congratulations, chaps.
First one's free.
Shout
First
out
one's
to the
free.
panel. Coin,
Congrats,
Nerdy X, Island, Lower, King Uga, and Chaps. Appreciate you guys, man.
That was a good show.
Appreciate you, brother.
Good stuff, y'all. Good stuff.
All right, let's hit a
We got a video. All of these videographers in the room.
I got one. I got one.
Got one?
Behold, the ancient Uncle Buster's Rub-a-Dub.
One rub awakens the hunger, but two, elemental chaos.
Is that coffee on meat?
It's called Rub-a-Dub, baby.
Hand-blended coffee-based seasoning made for meat, forged in Hodler fire. Upgrade your flavor game. Uncle Buster's Rub-a-Dub, the official rub of legends.
Element 1 got savage skill. 2-pack punch, rub it proud. Uncle Buster.
Chaps, that's what's coming your way. Hope you're excited.
Buster and Buliminati
Dope, bro.
barbecue on lock since 1589.
Since 1589.
89.
All right, guys.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna roll out with a Trump pump. See you tomorrow night, 5:55 PST for the boardroom.
Be there or be
Later.
square. Don't be gay.
Get into these bags, we done had lots of time. The Joker had his act, now it's our time to go and shine. Some of them still blind, still heavenly programmed minds. And hopefully when it happens and it goes, it's overnight. But regardless of what happens, the future's extra bright. Cause the SEC is cooked and no more Gary lies. Only thing that would top it is Deaton taking the prize. But the swamp super deep in the east, so no surprise. Cause the media, the news and the television, they lie. The sports is all rigged and the cartoons programming minds. But we turned in the corner and we headed past the sky. But some say there's no space and it's all just AI. Trump pump coming, we gon' keep them rockets pumping. Trump pump coming, we gon' keep this thing pumping. Trump pump coming, we gon' keep them rockets pumping. Deep state was holding us back, but now we running. Trump pump coming, we gon' keep them rockets pumping. Trump pump coming, we gon' keep this thing pumping. Trump pump coming, we gon' keep them rockets pumping. Deep state was holding us back, but now we running. Bags on my mind all the time. Get into these bags to the prize. Headed to the golden age, don't get left behind. Buliminati wealth got Buliminati minds. Fudding, they keep on fudding, they fudding. But we kept buying and buying while they was crying and crying, crying. Fudding, they keep on fudding, they fudding. But we keep buying, we buying while they was crying, they crying, crying. Bags on my mind all the time. Get into these bags to the prize. Headed to the golden age, don't get left behind. Buliminati wealth got Buliminati minds. So it begins bullish, we just getting started. Rockets pumping, flipping switches out of here, watch it rocket. We told you it was coming and there's nothing that can stop it. Portfolios popping, rich glitches getting them profits. On coffee time they going crazy and we extra bullish. Cause we been stuffing bags and stuffing them to the fullest. We stacking up them zerkies, little clowns, don't be foolish. Christmas coming early, I guess you didn't hear them birdies. 10X and waving, ripping and leaving these little earthlings. Headed past the moon, past Elon, we passing Mars. XRP pumping, blasting up off the charts. XRP pumping, good gracious, passing the stars. Bags on my mind all the time. Get into these bags to the prize. Headed to the golden age, don't get left behind. Buliminati wealth got Buliminati minds.
Some men, they kneel when the devil deals the hand. Others, well, they flip the whole damn table just to watch it burn. But the man you're about to meet, he'd strike a match off the devil's horns, light a cigar, and ask him if he's got a problem with that. Luddite ain't no outlaw, and sure as hell ain't no sheriff. He's something in between, a quiet genius, with a mind wired tighter than a steam engine. He don't talk much, he listens. And what he's built, what he's led, ain't a gang, it's a reckoning. They call themselves the Posse. But don't let the name fool you. This ain't no saddle club. It's a pack of engineered vengeance, hybrid hellraisers made of fur, fangs, and fury. Possums. With a purpose. See, Luddite didn't choose war. War chose him. And when the bastards crawl out from the cracks, when justice is nowhere in sight, that's when he and the posse ride. This story ain't about law. It's about consequence.